Alright guys, welcome back for part 2. So now we're going to get into the actual technical part of how I recreated this look. So I went ahead and put on my primer all over my eye, so all the way from underneath my brow down to my lashes. I just put that on with my finger, made sure it was really even and smooth. And then I went in with my 286 brush, the bigger, fluffier blending brush that we talked about, and I took just a tiny bit on the tip of my brush, so dipped it in just a tiny bit into my bronzer, and I placed it right underneath my brow and I rocked it back and forth like this. This is going to give you that crease color that's going to allow you to blend the darker colors that are going to be on your lower lid into that color so that it doesn't go up too high. So it's almost like a guideline. It's like a bridge color, a transition color. Now I'm going to, since I want a little more depth in my color, so since I want to see a little bit more darkness in the color that's in the crease of my eye right here, I'm going to put this pencil that came in that set down first. I'm going to run it all the way across my lash line. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to go in and smudge that out, and then I'm going to bring it all the way up to the crease of my eye. So right there where that brown color starts, that's where I'm going to bring it up to. So if you can see that, it's almost like a little alligator mouth on the outside there, little V shape. So now that I've got that in my basic area, I'm going to just take a clean finger. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to make sure that there's no hard edges on that, because we want to make sure that everything is nice and blended. And a smoky eye, it's really important that everything is seamless and that you don't see where one color goes into the next one. It's just kind of like an effortless transition there. So now that you have the base of your smoky eye down there, I'm going to go in and choose the color for the inside of my eye here. Now, at this point, this comes with these 3 colors here. So you could do a really light lid and keep your eyes nice and bright, or you can do something really dark all the way across. But today I'm going to use this really pretty, like, mauve-y purple kind of color. And I'm going to use this brush right here. It's the smaller of the 2 blending brushes that I talked about earlier. And I'm going to use the side of this brush. So I'm just going to dip the side of it in there. And I'm going to pat that on to the inner corner of my eye. And I'm just going to bring it about halfway across my eyelid, so that you can really see that color. And if you're not seeing it enough, pat, pat, pat some more. The more you pat, the more color you're going to see. If you go back and forth, or if you do little bitty circles like this, you're going to be blending stuff out. Now I'm going to take the tip of that brush and I'm going to go into this darker color here. And I am going to go right over where we put that little triangle shape. And I'm just doing little tiny baby circles because I want this color to be really blended. So now you can see that it's starting to blend into each other. If you erase some of that purpley color and you want to see some more of that, then just go back in and pat it on. And just keep going back and forth until you get the amount of dark to the amount of that color on the inside that you want. Once you have that, you want to go in with that brush again, the bigger, fluffier blending brush. Take just a tiny bit of your transition color. I'm using my own bronzer, which is darker than my natural skin tone, and it's warmer than my natural skin tone. And this is going to be a really good transition color for me. However, if you're darker or lighter than I am, then definitely adjust to that. Some of the best colors that you can use are definitely like your own powders that are a little darker than your natural skin tone. So like bronzers work really well, or contouring colors work really well, but you can also use eyeshadows, as I have talked about in the first smoky eye tutorial that I did, and I went into a little bit more depth in there. So if you need to learn how to pick out a color for that bridge color, definitely go check out that smoky eye tutorial that I did. The first or second part of it, I talk about it a lot. So I'm going to go back in, and I am not picking my brush up. I'm just going back and forth like a rainbow shape. And because the brush is nice and fluffy, it's going to do all the work for me. Now, if you tried to go in with a brush that was flatter or stiffer, then it wouldn't move the product as much. So it's really important that you're picking the correct tools whenever you are doing a smoky eye or trying to blend anything, or especially when you're working on eye makeup, but face as well. So then I just want to take a look and make sure that I have about the same ratio of makeup from one eye to the other. I need to put a little bit of this really pretty matte color underneath my brow. So I'm going to go back in with that flat brush, and I'm going to start in the arch of my brow and just go back and forth and take it all the way down until I can't see where that color stops. So again, making sure that everything is really blended all in there. Okay, so now I want to add a little bit of eyeliner. So I'm going to go in and I am going to darken up my lash line. I put that eyeliner pencil right up against my lashes and just take it all the way across. If you get a little sketchy in your eyeshadow, so if you get to where you can see where you're starting and stopping, just go in with either a brush or your fingertip and do this back and forth. And then it's almost like an eraser, and it'll make it real smoky, and then you can go back in and add a harder edge. And you can color in your nose black if you want to. Now I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just go right back in along your lash line. This is going to make your lash line look a lot fuller. And add a little bit on the inside of my eye. Awesome. Now for my eye shape, I like to do a lot of the darkness on the outside edges of my eyes, and that works for me. Adjust it to your eye shape. If you like more darkness than this, or if you like less darkness, then you know, do what you got to do to make you feel beautiful. That's the whole thing. Is just about, I'm always talking about embracing who we actually are in our features. So my features might not always work exactly for someone else. So just take the technical part of this and apply it and really play with it and have fun with it, because makeup should be fun. My last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Pinup Tease mascara. The awesome thing about this mascara that I like is the brush on it. It's curved and it has like a comb on both sides. One side is a little shorter comb and the other side is a little longer. So what you want to do is, with the shorter side, get in there and build your lashes up. So get into the root of your lash and wiggle it, and that'll get all the product onto your lash. And then flip it over to the longer side and pull your lashes out. Well, not pull your lashes out, but pull the brush out in the direction that you want your lashes to be. So for the outside edges, I'm going to pull them this way. For the middle, I'm going to pull it straight out. And for the inside, I'm going to pull it towards my nose. Same thing with your bottom lashes. And this mascara actually wears really well. I usually have issues with mascara coming off underneath my eye. And I wore this all day yesterday, and it actually performed really well for me. I may have just been having a really good mascara day, but I think that it's a really good product. And then You can add lashes if you want to. I added a half lash on the outside of my lashes because I don't have as long of lashes as I would like to. So I just added a little half lash out here. At this point, that's when you would add your lashes. And then I'm going to touch up just a little bit with this really pretty lipstick. I'm in love with this lipstick. I love darker lipsticks anyway, but this lipstick is so comfortable to wear. It's got a little bit of shine to it. If you wanted to matte it down, you can by putting invisible powder over it. And it wears really well. I like it a lot. So overall, I think that this box is a smashing good success. So I hope that you have fun with this little smoky set. And I definitely know that in the future I will be wearing different variations of this look, and I'll refer back to this. So I definitely hope that you wear different variations of it too. And if you liked what you saw today, if you got a lot out of it, then please like and subscribe. I also have all of my Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff down below, so drop me a line and I will hope to see you next time.